Okay, so this is a video for the Macraweave in the Heartcraft subscription box. So in the box you will have a wooden frame. There's different designs. Cake of macrame cord. You will also have something like this, which is a salvage from a mill, going with the theme waste not want not. So this is just waste from mills. You'll also have a little comb and a little weaving needle for if you want to do thinner fibres. So to start off, you need to cut this into approximately 20 pieces of 2 meter lengths. So you can have less pieces and have a longer length, or you can have it full. So this is my example. So this is 20 pieces, and 2 meters was plenty because it's only a small piece. So what I've actually done, I've done a longer piece so I can show you more different techniques. Sorry, more techniques. So what I've done, I've only got 14. So once you've cut the pieces out, I'm going to fold each one in half, like so, and add them to the frame. So let me just make sure that's in half. So the way to do that is just find the halfway point, thread it through this gap on the frame, drop it down, and we're going to bring the tail through that loop. So depending on how long you've done it, mine's quite long, and then just pull it taut. You want it quite nice and tight so it doesn't keep moving around. So do that again. So take another piece, fold it in half, put the loop through the letterbox bit and pull the tail through. These are quite fragile, so you don't want to put too much pressure on them, otherwise they will snap. So you just want to be a bit careful with it. So these are from Appleton Crafts, same as the comb and the needle, and very friendly, so if you need something customised, like cut out to order, they will do so. Okay, so you want to do that for all of them. I'm going to crack on and do mine, and then we'll come back when we're ready to do some macrame. Okay, so I've added all of these on. What I should have said, you can have any amount as long as it's an even number, because then the knots work better that way. You won't have odd pieces at the end. Also with the frame, you can leave it like that obviously, or just paint it with acrylic paint and you get a nice finish like that. So I've gone for a green theme with this one. So you can choose whatever colourway you want. Okay, so the first basic knot I'm going to show you is a square knot. So all I'm going to do is take 4 cords, well 2 cords, which is 4 strands, and we're going to be working around the centre too, like so with these just stay nice and straight. So the square knot is you make an L shape, move that over so you can see an L shape with a left hand cord, and then with the right hand cord we're going to go over the left, under the train tracks and through the triangle. So I'm just going to, because mine are quite long, I'm going to gather it up and it makes it easier. So I'm already over, so pick the train tracks up, pop it through and pull it out. So we're going to keep these straight as you pull it up and it will just travel up. So that's half a square knot. So you can carry on along the row and do half a square knot, or I'm going to show you the full square knot. So it's just the same, but you repeat on the other opposite side. So you make the L shape with the right hand cord, and with the left we're going to go over. Just make sure you can see that. Up, pop it up. There we go. So we're going to go over, under the train tracks and through this triangle. So just pop them up and bring it through. That's it. Keep these nice and straight, and it will just travel up nicely. So you don't want it too loose or too tight, you just want it to show off the knot at its best. So you can see you've got this vertical bit at the side and then two horizontal, and that shows that you've done one whole square knot. So for this pattern I'm going to show you is this one here. So it's two square knots and then one in between and then another two square knots. So I'll just show you how to do that. So basically we're going to repeat it over here. So do the L shape, bring the right hand cord over. That's it. So we're over, under the train tracks, through the other side. Pull it through, keep the middle bit straight and pull it to the top. And a tip is, if this is on that side, then it's telling you that this is the next side that you work with. So L shape or four, or I think it's a different hollows. So we're going to over, under and through. So pick the train tracks up, through the tunnel, and out it comes. There we go, so that's two. So we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, and I'll show you those ones as well. So you're just moving on, picking 4 strands at a time. Separate the left and right around the middle. So make your L shape. So we're over, under and through. So pull it up to the top and then repeat it on the right. So triangle, over, under, through. There you go. So that's one square knot on that side. So repeating it, this bit's on there, so that's the left. So over, under, through. I'm repeating it a lot because that's how you remember it. Okay, so that's 1.5 square knots. Finish it off. So over, under and through. Okay, so you've got your 2 lots here. So now I'm going to join them up in the centre with a middle knot. So basically you're going to take 2 strands from each section and you just repeat the same. So the outer ones now become the inner ones, so they can just stand there all straight and tidy. So with the left again, make the L shape, and with the right we're going to go over, under and through. So this is one of the basic knots, and there's lots of variations you can do with it. You can just do a whole row and then alternate it straight away, or you can just do long strands. So you can do lots of things just with the same knot. Okay, so that's how you bring it together, and then once you've done one, you just carry on the opposite side, working like so. So I'm going to carry on doing this bit and then I can show you another knot for you to try. Okay, so I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I've done a section on either side. I'm going to do something different in the middle, just so you can get an idea of all the different things you can do. So on this one, I'm going to do a twist. So it's very similar to as before. So taking 4 cords, working around the middle 2, starting on the left, sorry, they're very long, so I do get caught up. Starting on the left, and then I'm going to go over, under and through. Same as before, apart from this time, we're going to repeat it on the left. So over, sorry, L shape, over, under and through. Pull it through. So once you've done the first L shape, you leave that one alone and you do all the work with the other one. So over, under and through. You see it's more of a parallel line rather than a knot. So you're just repeating, you can almost see it starting to take shape. So over. So you can tape it on a table, you can hang it on the wall, whatever you do to make it comfortable, because it can give you backache. Just keep going. You can see it's going to start to turn. So once you've got the rhythm of it, you don't have to keep laying it flat. You can just hold it and do the workings in your hands. So it does go a lot quicker the more you do. That's it. So L shape, over, under and through. I'm travelling down. That's it. So all I'm doing is repeating the left hand side, and you can see it's already going. Well, if it wants to turn, let it turn, and then you just carry on going down the left hand side. Okay, so I've got 5 knots down here, so I'm going to do 10 knots down here. So you count it just by the horizontal line. You can untwist it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the last one. So hopefully they should be roughly the same length down. Okay, so on this side I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to do it on the right, and that will make the twist work in the opposite direction. So again, working around the middle too. Starting on the right, do your L shape. And then with the left hand side, we're going to go over and then through. You don't have to reverse it. I'm just trying to show you all the different effects you can do. So right first, and then do the doings of the left. You can see it's already turning the opposite direction. So I'm going to let it turn because it's trying to get out away from me. So don't think by turning you have to kind of move with it. You carry on going. It's always the same way. Okay, I think one more and I'll check that I've got 10. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. There we go. So get these up. So in the middle, I'm just going to show you what one strip of square knots looks like. You can have it all the same all the way across. I'm just trying to show you as much as I can. In this section. So now back to the left and the right. Okay, so that's on the left, so it's left first. Okay, so that's 2. So again, I'm going to do 5 square knots to make sure it's all at the same level, because that will be handier for the next bit. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. One more square knot. There we go. So I'll just straighten all this out. So hopefully that should all be one level. Okay, so what we're going to do now, once you've done a macrame section, we're going to get ready to make the weave section. And so to border this off, we're going to do a double half hitch knot. So with the very first one on the left hand side, it doesn't matter, you can do the right hand side. I always work from the left. So we're using the left hand cord, this one, as a guideline. So we're just going to be holding this across in level with all the pieces. So we're going to do a knot around this one and we're going to be working across. And so with the first one under it, I'm just going to bring it up. So I've just covered it up because it's so long. Pop it over to where you're holding it. And bring it through and back through the loop. Okay. So, and you do it with twice with each cord. So over, hold it with your thumb and pull it through the loop. And you get this little rib effect. So once you've done it twice with each one, you move on to the next one. So bring it up to you where you're holding it, pull it through. You want to make sure you've got a little loop at the bottom and pull it through. I'll try and get a close up for you. So let's gather it up a bit more. So I'm holding it here. I'm going to bring it up because we've got this loop down here. We want to bring it through. So I say make a smiley face at the bottom and pull it through. Okay, if you lose track, if you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's them 2 done. I'll show you again before I crack on. So bring it up to your hand, make your smiley face and pull its tongue out. Okay, and that's one. Do it again. And there we go. So I'm just going to carry on with the row and I'll meet you back in a moment. Okay, so finish that row. And now what we need to do is do another row a little bit further down, because this bit forms the warp for the weaving. So we've got macrame, weaving, macrame, weaving. So I'm going to use the same guide as before and using the first one, so we're working back this way. So again, take the next one along and do the same knot. So pick about where you want. You can make a big section or a little section. You want to keep them nice and taut. Move it along this way. So it's a little bit fiddlier because there's nothing to work against, to butt against to. But once you've done a couple, it should be okay. In fact, what you can do with the first one is put it under or clip it somewhere. So then you can move to the next one. So by working left and right, it might challenge you because obviously your brain's just got used to working one way and now you're asking it to go another way. That's why this is great, because it doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed because you're using both ways. So I'm just going to carry on all the way along. Make sure you don't twist your cords and work along, and make sure you're going parallel. In fact, you don't have to go parallel. You can make any shape you want. To make it nice and orderly for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do mine straight. But you can go through your rein. You can make it wavy. You can do triangles. You could do half a section. It's up to you. There's no set guide. I'm just telling you all the different techniques and you can choose what you'd like. So I'll carry on and do this row and get back to you in a moment. Right, so I've finished that second row, and so I'm going to show you some more knots to do at the bottom. So there's different ways you can do it. This is more of a swirl knot. So again, working with 4 strands, what we're going to do is knotting around. So keeping it in order, I'm just going to bring it up like this. So a little bit fiddly, but just pulling it up, making it nice and flat. So it's just like a little swirl, and then I'll just flat lays like that. So I'll do one more over here. In fact, I'm going to do it the other side. So you can swap and alternate, just like the other knots. So just do a bit at a time, hold it flat. Okay. So again, you can do a whole row and then alternate it, or you can just do long pieces of it. So I'm going to alternate sides on this one so you can see the effect. So if you pull it the right way round, it should travel up nicely. You can have a big gap or have it really close together. Again, there's loads of free rein that you can do. I'm going to alternate this side as well. So because I did the right, I'm going to do the left. So pull that down. You can see it's quite a nice effect. So I'm also going to show you the half square knot. So again, working in 4 strands, just straighten them out. So it is literally, like it says, half a square knot. So you do the left, and again move on and do the left hand side first. I'm going to do another one to show you. Moving on in sections of 4. So what I'm going to do now is take 2 from this one and 2 from this one. Select alternated at the top. I'm going to alternate here as well, keeping it on the same side. And because I'm alternating it, there's only going to be 2. So just line them all up, make sure it's all straight. So there you end up with a nice pattern there. So I can just do another row for you. So that's that one. Back to this one. So there's pictures and detailed descriptions in the instructions as well, but it's just nice to see it in action. I've also got more videos on YouTube for different knots and techniques. So there's that one. Okay, so you've got the swirl knot, the half square knot, the spiral knot, and the alternated square knot. So just have a play around, fill the sections up. You can do as many sections and pieces as you want, but you do need to do macrame weave, macrame weave. So as long as you've got a section you can work into. Okay, so I'm going to finish this bit off and then I'll show you other weaving. Okay, so I've finished the bottom section and now I'm going to show you some weaving. So working in this section, I'm going to use just some wool doubled up so it's easier for you to see. So I'm going to do a variety of techniques to show you. So the most basic is the plain weave. So literally using your weaving needle in the kit, string up what you have. It can be wool, string, ribbon, anything. So it's literally go over, under, over, under. So just picking one up at a time, pull it through. You want a nice length so you can do a lot without any loose tails. So that's over, under. And using your comb as well, you can just beat it to the bottom. So with this you always start bottom to the top, unless you're doing proper art weaving or tapestry, then you can do it in any order. So just alternate it. So I'm over the top here, so now I'm going to underneath. So you can make it as dainty or as chunky as you want, and you can weave with absolutely anything. So that's second row nearly done. Okay, so that's plain weave. Beat that down, you can just see the effect of it. But you can also basket weave, which is very similar. I'm just doubling it up again, so it's going to be 4 strands. And now I'm also going to be going under 4 and over 4. Actually no, because it's quite thin, I'm going to do under 2 and over 2. But again, you can do as many cords and strands as you want. Again, it's best to do even numbers. Okay, so it's a bit thicker, you can see. So alternating, so it's under 2 and over 2. Depends how much patience you've got. You can do it quite chunky or you can do it very intricate. There's more patterns. You can do a twill, which makes like a diagonal herringbone type shape. So beat that down again. You can use the fingers or the comb, and as you can see, it's a more obvious basket weave shape. Okay, so a twirl will be the same, but just moving it along one. So let's say I'm going this way. So I'm going to skip that one, go over these two. And keep going. Oh, gone wrong here. It's obvious because it matched with the previous row, and with this one I don't. Okay, so you can see it's going to go up a step with each row with that one, so that's the twirl. So these are the basic weaves, so I'm going to undo this and show you some more playful weaves. Okay, so I'm going to do some more weaves to show you. So this is a raya knot. You can use it quite chunky. I'm filling quite a big space. So what I'm going to do is just attach this as you did at the start with a lark's head knot. So just fold it in half and pull the tails through. Spin it around. Okay, so with this one you go over 4 and back through 2. So splitting these threads in half. So over 4, which is these 4, and then back over these 2. So I'm going to pick those last 2 up, come through the middle, bring the strands through, and put them down. So this one creates like a knit stitch or like a chain link. So again, repeat it, over 4, and pick the last 2 up and bring it through the middle. This is nice, it covers a lot of area, it's quick and easy to do. So just keep going. This one's good for any chunky material, or you can just use several strands of yarn. It does use quite a bit up, so get more than what you think. Obviously I'm running out already, but I'm nearly at the end. Okay, last one, because then the last one I can just leave it over. So when you've done, what you can do with the loose ends, either hang them loose and have them all arty, or tuck it in at the back. Obviously, the more you've got to work, you've got more to hide it behind. So that's one. So if you were to use something chunky like this, you just use your fingers, because obviously it's too thick to go through the needle, and you can go freestyle. So just pick a few up and go over, and do what you like, or you can have it more warp faced, because the one that you're putting through is your warp. You can just have it going over lots and under one, just to keep it in place. Over lots and under one. And you can bring it up as well, so that you have like a lot of bubbles. Have it that effect. Okay, so that's another one. And to do tassels, you can have tassels hanging down. What you need is several pieces. I'll just quickly show you. So again, you can use some wool, however many you want. Lay it across 4 and bring the ends into the middle. So that's that end, and same that end. And then pull it tight and pull it down, and then you end up with a nice little tassel. These are great for the bottom piece, because obviously it hides all your work, unless you have it right at the top and you can just fill it with plain at the bottom. So you can have a row of them going all over the place. So it's literally endless what you can do. You can change colour, you can use anything. So go ahead and have a play. You can do as many sections as you have enough cord that will allow. I've got plenty, but I think this video is long enough to carry on. The only thing is, when you do finish, when you have got enough and you're happy, you can trim these cords to whatever length you want, and then twist it the opposite direction. So let me show you. You twist it like this, and you can see the plies separate. Separate all the sections. This makes a nice fringe. So this is 4 ply, so break it into 4 pieces. And once you've done that, you can take a pet brush and just brush it out, and it makes this lovely fringe section. Let me do this to show you. And it just makes a difference. And obviously if you do it on a board, it makes big squeaky noise. So there you have it. You're making your own pieces of art in no time. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have fun.